Well, the amount of stuff that these kids have brought, and bloody Karen's talking about a bike now.
Well, he was going to get a bike for his birthday, wasn't he?
Well, I think it should be saying, well,
I think,
someone else should be paying for that.
well, all the money that other people give him, he's been saving towards it. Right, it's going to start in a minute. It's going to be.
Yeah, but what's the other half going to buy him then?
Hmm?
What's Lloyd buying him?
Oh, fuck all, most probably.
Oh yeah, this is the problem.
I want Leo to wake up to his father. You don't want him to grow up sooner than he has to, but come on, to realise his father never keeps his promises, and he doesn't like spending money.
Well, that's why I said to Leo the other day, ask your dad to get some money. Some of your money, not his money.
Yeah.
Your money.
Well, this has gone really matted.
And then you can chuck that in. Because
Yeah.
I was surprised by how much that switch is. I thought it'd be a few £100 or something, but
What?
that switch.
Oh no, I knew Karen said it would be over 300. she's trying to future-proof it. So in a couple of years' time, he won't want a different one. So she's gone for the higher top one. So it will last him through his
Yeah, but
teenage years.
But then you watch it, it had these games for a while, and then he won another game, and then there's another 40 or 50 quid, and then this is the problem with them, isn't it?
Yeah.
You start buying the games. Have you seen your walnut?
Is it finished?
Well, no, he's not finished, but he's done the curve. He's just sussing out the top ones at the moment, just putting them in position.
Wow. Oh, that's quite a good match, isn't it?
It's not too bad, is it?
No.
It's better than that before, a lot better.
Yeah. He's still got those light orange ones on there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't stand there looking, you think we're checking up on him.
We are. I've been filming it, I have.
Well, I hope he hasn't seen all that up there. Look, what does that look like?
What?
Looks like we don't trust him. No,
I'm filming him. I'm not filming him, I'm just filming the wall, so.
yeah, I know you are.
Another YouTuber. I might get some work for him. Well, sometimes people ask, who built that?
What, where you live? Are you going to bloody travel all that way to do stuff down
Well, I'm not
where you
living there
live?
at the moment.
I
I'm
know.
living here. As I said the other day, Mum, when's Leo going to get his money and Rosie?
They never get it, love.
But the problem is,
He
it
never
won't be
spends the
worth.
money he's got, and he doesn't want to
It
part
won't
with
be
any
worth.
money.
Won't be worth nothing.
Well, I know that. Well,
The,
you know,
the pound will probably collapse by then.
yeah, serving bloody right. But
Well, yeah, he doesn't get it.
he's supposed to be so
Many of our escapees
tuned.
want to make their favourite holiday destinations. You've been coming since you were a child, I think.
Yes, probably about 35 years I've been coming to this part of the world.
They're
No,
permanent
I need it,
residents.
Ty. You go
You're
out.
very at home out here, enjoying the views.
What?
This is spectacular.
But tourist hotspots come with hefty
You
price
in the
tags.
background saying,
Good grief, wow.
Which makes finding the perfect home tricky, but certainly not impossible.
I wouldn't have expected any of this. No. Hidden gem tucked away.
Did you see the hunt go by yesterday? Oh,
I was out the back.
lovely.
I was working.
This is Cornwall, or Kernow as it's pronounced in
You lot.
Cornish. A county with its own language, closely related to Breton and
This is where I
Welsh.
told you to move to.
Welcome to.
And its own flag, named after St Piran, the patron saint of tin miners. With its rugged coastline to the north and its often turquoise seas in the south, and all the beautiful bits in between, there really is something about the colours and the textures here in Cornwall that both energises and soothes the soul. You'll find Cornwall in the most southwesterly part of Britain. It's home to just one city, Truro, more than 300 miles of coastline, nearly 2,500 miles of inland walking paths, and just over 500,000 people.
The best thing about living in Cornwall, obviously, is the really relaxed lifestyle, the seaside, and just the people are just fantastic here. If you get on with the locals, they'll just look after you.
All the homeless,
Nice beach.
Great communities as well as spectacular scenery.
all the homeless, all
Little
the
wonder
drug
that
addicts.
some 5
stop
million
it?
holidaymakers
I wanna watch
flock to
this,
the
but
county
back it in.
each year.
I want to see.
Summer is extremely
where these
busy
lovely
down
beaches
here,
are,
and
so
the
we
winter
could go
is
on
very,
holiday.
very quiet. Although it is lovely having the place to yourself again in the winter, but there's a lot of great inland places to go
That's all
in the
good to
summer
move
months
to,
where it's a lot less touristy. So there's some great woodlands,
Far from what?
and there's some great walks.
See,
Definitely
far
somewhere
from
that I
what?
go in the summer months when it gets really, really busy on the beaches.
Huh?
Yeah, well, yeah.
One of my favourite
Yeah,
things
look at
about
the
coming
span on the
here is
works.
crossing the county's borderline and seeing the
Well,
welcome
you're
to
driving
Cornwall
down there,
sign.
aren't you?
Well, I
I'm
think
only
if he bangs
visiting.
on about
Just
she moves
imagine
70
what it
miles
must feel
away
like
and didn't even
knowing
tell
you're
you,
going to be living here.
Then why should
they're,
she?
they're going to think, well, 70 miles is nothing.
And Sam, and this is
What
my
are you
wife
going on
Pauline.
Yes.
We've been together for 16 years now. This is the first house we bought together. We've been here for 6 years, and over that time, as you may be able to hear, the road has got progressively noisier.
And they're building houses everywhere. This is our garden. As you can see, we are very much overlooked.
Recently retired lab technician Pauline and Sam, a software analyst, want to swap the landlocked Hampshire town of Fleet for the Cornish coast.
I've retired now, and Sam works from home, so we can now move.
Yeah, now would be a good time before you're too old for us to make the most of all the Cornwall has to offer. We like to do things like paddleboarding and surfing and all those things that we want to explore and learn to do that we don't have time on a normal holiday. Because a week is never long enough.
The love of the sea is evident throughout their house.
What, big model,
This
isn't
is
it?
our lounge,
It is a big model,
beach
but
hot blue.
It
We
fit
have
up here
some
all right, though.
beachy
if
memorabilia
you
from our
get
wedding.
away from that figure,
Clean
don't
up
you
fridge
knock
with
that
a
off. Oh,
bit
that's
of
it!
handmade
Yeah,
just for us.
a good
with
chunk
our
out of my
pictures in
cupboard.
the
It fit up there all right, in that corner.
Sam and Pauline are after a bungalow. It should have
Hang
at
it
least
from
2
here.
bedrooms, as well as
Hang
2
it from
reception
there,
rooms
yes.
and a study. They want a garden
Now,
big enough
watching
to
this, that's
grow
it.
their
Don't
own.
talk to me.
And
I want to
Pauline
watch
would love a
listen.
workshop. With an
No!
offer already
Well,
accepted
stop
on
it
their
then.
home, they're ready to move
Definitely
and have a
blinding
budget
in the
of
background.
£475,000.
Where are they
Talking,
looking?
she was talking. I couldn't hear what she
Where are
said.
they looking?
Turning a much-loved holiday
Oh,
destination
yeah, what
into a
area?
home.
I don't know.
Surprise, surprise, it's
Is it
such
where you
a
have to
common
watch?
reason for so
Well, I
many
watch.
escapees to want to move to the country. But I have been thinking about this on behalf of Pauline and Sam, and I'm wondering just how long it's going to take them to stop thinking
That's
of Cornwall
Sportage.
as a holiday and
it's a
start
Kia.
thinking of it as home. Maybe never.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Perhaps it'll always just feel like they're on holiday.
Do you ever drive that car?
Lovely.
Did you ever drive that car?
Pauline and Sam want to live as close to Cornwall's
Yeah.
southern coast as possible.
Drive
And
it
our
along.
road trip begins in the most southerly
Alright.
town in Great Britain, Helston, the gateway to the Lizard Peninsula. It's a 10-minute drive or a 30-minute cycle to the sea from here, and the 12,000 or so residents have access to a lively main street, a vibrant contemporary art centre, 3 highly regarded primary schools, and one of the largest farmers' markets in Cornwall, held here in Coronation Park, where Pauline, Sam and I are taking a lakeside stroll. The sun's come out, we're in beautiful Helston. We've got a chorus of all the ducks and the geese singing at us. I can feel why you'd like it here, but tell me, what is it about this place that keeps you coming back?
I think Cornwall's just a magical place generally, but Helston's a nice smallish town, but it's got everything we would want. It's just a really pleasant, friendly place. Lots of sort of places like zero waste shops. We try and do our bit for the environment. So loose fill shops. There's nice greengrocers, that sort of thing. So it's just somewhere we come quite a lot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's somewhere you know quite well. You've been coming since you were a child, I think.
Yes,
Is that
yeah,
right?
I've been coming probably about 35 years I've been coming to this part of the world. So I fell in love with it as a kid, and we've been coming down for the last 16 years, so it's a place we know well, definitely.
And has that love passed on to you as well?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. He's persuaded me that Cornwall is a good place to be.
So Helston is a place they know well from their holidays, but let's see if it could become home. The first house we're viewing is right on the outskirts of Helston, in this quiet cul-de-sac, which feels a world away from the bustle of the town. Right, well here we are, our first property. What do you think of this?
It's a bungalow. Well, it looks like a bungalow.
Good spot, it is a bungalow.
Yeah, it's got a carriage.
Yeah, a couple of parking spaces were lovely. There's lovely country views, which was another thing we were either after coastal views or countryside, so that looks really nice.
And we'll be able to see a lot more of that shortly as we make our way up those stairs. Tucked away in a secluded spot, this bungalow, built in the mid-1970s, is just a 10-minute drive from the coast and has been designed to take full advantage of those rural views. Right, so let's start in this room because, well, I think say no more.
Views, yeah.
Views,
Yeah, what we'd
incredible.
ask for. Yeah, I'll stand here and stare. Yeah.
You're looking out onto the Cobra Valley there,
Yeah.
and you can access it, so you can walk through the little pathways down, so you can go straight down.
Yeah, our sofa would fit in there. Television would be in exactly the same place.
Yeah, it's
Have room for a dining
Yeah.
table there, yes, as well.
So I love the fact that you're already imagining your furniture in here. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think there might be enough room for Sam's bookcases.
Oh, we've got bookcases to fit as well,
Yeah,
so yeah, we can
bookcases,
think of that.
collections, I collect.
Yeah.
I'm not a hoarder, I'm a collector.
Collections are welcome. Should we keep going? I
Yeah.
think you should see the kitchen.
Right. Smaller than I'd hoped for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so our kitchen is quite big at the moment, isn't it? It's still a nice airy kitchen that actually looks out into the garden,
There's a
which is
shed. Excellent.
that's nice.
So we've got a tick for the shed, loving the view out there. Not so sure about this
It's not a
kitchen.
kitchen. No, it's a bit small.
It's a bit on the small side, but you don't get everything you want in a house necessarily, so there are compromises, and this kitchen could be, would
Looks
work.
like a compromise that you might be willing to make. What are you thinking, Pauline?
I don't know if we get all our stuff in.
The kitchen has been recently updated, as has the good-sized family bathroom next door. Also at the rear of the house is a single bedroom, ideal for Sam's study, and a double that we'll check out in just a moment. First, I want Pauline and Sam to see what could be their room.
Look, windows.
View. That is some view to wake up to in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's nice it's not directly off the kitchen, because that's one of our bugbears about our house at the moment. Yeah.
And good space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice
It's
big
not
airy
bad.
room.
Yeah.
Let's keep going then. So another double-sized bedroom.
All the rooms in here are really light and airy, aren't they? Quite often bungalows can be quite dark.
Bit concerned there's not 2 living rooms,
Okay.
because we have 2 reception rooms. Sam has a snug, so he can watch what he wants, and I have the main living room.
I mean, I was thinking about that for you, and I was thinking, obviously family will come to stay, but this is a decent-sized room.
Yeah.
If you configure it right,
Yeah.
maybe this could be.
Yeah. Take the bed away.
Yeah.
Put a fold-up bed against the wall.
Do something like that, or those lovely day beds you can
Yeah.
get that you bring out when you've got visitors. Get your collection up, get your sports on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bit of separation.
It could work. Yeah.
Outside, the west-facing garden suits all their requirements, with a shed for Pauline, 2 seating areas, and plenty of space for growing fruit and veg. There's just one question left to ask. How much is it on the market for?
450,000.
Okay.
I'm probably coming in slightly lower, maybe, sort of 425, 430, somewhere around there.
I wonder if this is going to change your opinion, because this is on the market at £375,000.
Good grief.
Wow.
375.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly that would give us enough to, put solar panels on. 'Cause, we've got solar panels at the moment, something where, we try
Yeah.
to be quite eco-friendly, and so we definitely go that route. That could, really make a difference.
Do you think it's worth another look with that consideration?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah? Pauline thinks so. Off you go, and I will see you when you've, had another think.
Okay, thank you.
With views over the Cobar Valley, this detached bungalow has 3 bedrooms, a reception room with double doors out onto a balcony, and a recently refitted kitchen and bathroom. Outside there's a spacious garden and a garage. It's on the market for £375,000.
It's a very good looking bungalow, and the views are spectacular, wonderful. And the price is really good, although the size of the property does concern me.
It's a really nice, appealing looking bungalow. It's got a nice driveway. It's really pleasant to look at, so that's a really good start. Certainly, something we could work with. But I'm with a little bit of a concern about the space, I think, whether it's got enough space for what we want to do. But it is a really nice house. Definitely worth considering, lots to think about. This is quite an impressive view, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? Even on a grey day.
So you look very at home out here, enjoying the views.
It's spectacular.
The next property we've lined up for Sam and Pauline is also in Helston, slap bang in the centre, just moments from the high street. Third, been to this high street before, but have you ever been down this little cobbled
This is
cove?
not a room we've been down before.
Yeah. Well, this is the access to our second house. So you can fit a normal sized car, or a big 4x4, down here. As you can see, there's some garages, and there is one that goes with the property. A space to park. Looking intrigued.
Very intrigued.
This isn't your mystery house, this is just house number 2. Right, come on through.
Wow.
That's different.
I would never have thought to look in here.
I'll have a wow.
Very different looking. Unexpected, I think.
Yeah.
Not, just an average bungalow. It's very different
Not
looking.
very nice looking, is it?
It's like a nice view out there.
I thought when they came in that gate, I thought, oh,
Gorgeous
this is
views.
going to be
I
nice.
cannot wait to show you
Because
inside.
of that walled garden.
Actually, I want to see inside.
Thought, right.
Alright, let's go. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that this is in fact a chalet bungalow, with rooms in the enclosed space of the pitched roof. It was built by the present owners back in 1976, and their brief to the architect was to maximise both space and light. I think Sam and Pauline will agree. They succeeded. Right, now, how is this for space in your kitchen?
This is a nice big airy room. Really nice kitchen sort of diner. I quite like that. Whilst I don't like open plan, kitchen diner sort of works, it goes together. So this actually is a really nice layout, especially looking out onto the garden. Brilliant view.
What are you thinking, Pauline?
I'm still looking perfect, yeah. It's different. It's certainly different, and possibly a bit of modernisation needing doing, but
The great thing is, you'll see, you've got space.
yeah.
You can really do whatever you want to do to make it your own.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice and airy and light.
Well, if you find this light, let me show you through here. Come on.
Wow. This is
Oh,
Aha.
a nice big space, isn't it?
Now that is a window.
that is a window,
certainly is a window.
indeed.
It's
Really good space.
Yeah. And it's got doors on it, so it's separate rooms.
I'm sensing that you quite like this place.
Quite like this place, yeah.
So far, yeah. It's very us. I think you could do a lot with it. Lots to take in on this one.
It is, isn't
It's,
there?
it's so different from the last one.
This seems so far to be offering that bit of extra space that we would be looking for.
The term bungalow originates from the Bengali region of India and means house in the Bengal style. The first modern British bungalows were designed and built by English architect John Taylor around 1870, and today they make up just under 9% of the UK's housing stock.
All right, okay. It's quite small.
Yeah, but we could have this as a second reception room.
Yeah.
And have a snug with telly and sofa.
Or your study office.
Yeah.
Upstairs, remember this is a chalet bungalow, there are 2 further bedrooms.
That's a surprise.
Another really good size room, isn't it?
I was expecting that.
good size, you
It
can.
could be our bedroom or study.
Yep, or could it still be a guest bedroom and study?
Coming up the stairs, I thought it was just going to end here.
Yeah, it'd be a small room, but no, it's a really good size.
Well, they're upstairs, and I think they're also being wowed by the size of the bedrooms up there because they are very big. So it looks like single-story living might not be the only option after all.
Another big
Oh,
room.
actually,
This is
our
a really
bedroom.
big. Yeah, this would be us. This is such a big space.
I could keep my wardrobe in this one. What's round that corner?
I have. Let's go look. Gosh, nice little balcony. Was not expecting this either. There's some view from up here, isn't it?
Across the
I'm
bay.
guessing that is not a busy road, so it's quite quiet.
That
Although
looks
it's
nice
centre
place
of
to
town
be
here, it's
looking
quite
down.
quiet.
Just wouldn't have expected any of this.
No, no. Hidden gem tucked away.
This property has been something of a surprise. Thankfully, a very pleasant one. Let's hope the same can be said about the price. So, happy?
Very. It's an incredible property.
It is, isn't it?
Very unexpected. Right in the centre of town, but tucked away. You wouldn't know it was there. It's,
So quiet.
yeah.
Okay, well, those are all good things. So let's talk money. How much do you think it's on the market for?
I'm going to say 425,000.
395.
Okay.
I'll go in £400,000.
Does need to sharpen up a bit. We've gone the other way this time. This house is on the market at £450,000.
Wow.
It's a little bit higher, but
Yeah.
not at the top end of your budget.
Budget.
Still
Really
in budget, yeah.
good.
It's a really nice house with with good space and enough rooms for what we would want, and it's got a reasonably sized garden as well.
This architect-designed detached chalet bungalow
22.
has a spacious kitchen breakfast room, a living dining room, and 3
You're to
bedrooms.
look, see what you can
It's
get.
tucked away
700
just
down
moments from Helston's High Street and has a
Mm.
lovely mature garden.
700.
It's on the market for a guide price of £450,000.
The size of this property is so
Oh,
much
move
bigger than the
further.
last one. We won't feel like
Alright.
we're on each other's shoulders, as it
Going
were.
from
Again,
what?
it's got lots of windows with
Okay.
plenty of light pouring in through it. Not what I was expecting.
Cornwall.
Near the centre
Even
of
if,
Helston.
even if we
I'm
wanted
quite blown
to,
away by the property as a
wouldn't be
whole.
split up
This house, in terms of the location,
all over the shop
is
again.
maybe slightly further from the sea than we were perhaps looking for, but it is really close to Porthleven, which is a place we love and we go to a lot when we're down here. So it's not that far, and I know you have to pay a premium to be right on the coast. So we're sort of thinking, 5-10 minutes from the coast. For me, certainly I think that's close enough. Whether that works for Pauline, I'm not sure, but I can see us is our sort of property. It's the sort of place we could live in.
Porthleven, a traditional Cornish fishing village just a 10-minute drive south of Helston. Pauline and Sam have visited several times as holidaymakers, but never as home buyers. So when we arranged for them to find out what living in the area might really look like, they were only too happy to return.
What do you like it?
Pauline's not the only one.
I just think it's a really nice part of the world to live in. You've got the sea on your doorstep. It's like the South West Coast Path runs through here. And then you've got kind of quite a lot of social scenes. So there's 4 pubs, which is, for a smallish place, is quite a few, and they're all very different. And there's just a really nice community vibe. There's a lot of groups, so there's things like, there's a really active WI, there's the Porthleven Environment Group who do regular beach cleans and town cleans and planting and all sorts of things around the village. There's a swimming group called Salty Sisters who are brilliant, but I think it's the sort of place where you can either get involved or you can kind of keep yourself to yourself if that's your thing.
The harbour, Porthleven's focal point, is home to a flourishing food scene, which is rapidly gaining the village a reputation as one of Cornwall's foodie hotspots.
These are really good.
Really good.
Investment into local dining and artistic startups has reinvigorated the town, for residents and visitors alike. But perhaps most importantly, it's enabling younger people to stay in the area by giving them the confidence that they can carve out a successful living locally. It is slightly off the beaten track, The nearest train station is just over 8 miles away. The closest main road just under 2. But that doesn't deter the 5,000 visitors who flock to Porthleven's award-winning 3-day food festival held every April.
It's a real foodie hotspot. There's no real hotels or campsites around, which I think makes it more of a drive-in destination, which kind of keeps the crowds down a little bit, but there's a wealth of food hotspots around.
What's the difference in lifestyle between the summer and winter here?
Well, obviously the weather here is it's really extreme. It's really dramatic in the winter, and if you look at that clock tower over there, sometimes you'll get waves that actually go over that clock tower.
Good
You know, I
grief.
mean, you get rain going upwards into your nose this sort of way, but it's really, the winter's quite fascinating as well, and then in the summer, obviously, it's a Cornish destination, so it's really beautiful, but the contrast is really big.
The disparity in visitor numbers is also vast, and increasing Cornwall's winter tourism is one of the Tourist Board's plans to make the industry more sustainable, ensuring that Cornish businesses can survive and thrive year
That's
round.
right on the edge, that tower.
Before we call it a day, I'm catching up with Pauline and Sam at Coverack Beach, over on the east side of the Lizard Peninsula.
Being by the beach is a major reason the two of you want to move to Cornwall, isn't it? You have mentioned, I mean, we've seen a couple of houses today, and you've mentioned the idea of being within walking distance of a beach like this. Here in Cornwall, you know how expensive it can be to get those sorts of properties. So what we've seen, a 5-minute drive away, does that hit the spot?
Not really, for me. I like the house and I understand prices being close to the coast are that much higher. But I love the sound of the sea. I have slight tinnitus and I just don't hear it when I'm by the sea.
Well, you better up your
Because
money then.
background, it's not there.
I understand what Pauline's saying, where she's coming
buy
from.
something
So
that needs
ideally, yeah, I think
some
we'd
work.
like to be walking distance to the sea, but at the
And
same
get
time, I'm a little bit more
near the
flexible, I
sea.
suppose, on that one. You know, if it's a short drive, I'm more prepared to accept that.
Is that something you'd compromise on, do you think, to get to live your dream?
It might have to be.
Something slightly inland is probably ideal, but still, say if they a mile inland within walking distance would be.
I can walk a long way.
Well, you seem pretty active, I've got to say, Pauline. It might mean you get to live that dream soon.
It seems that the desire to move to Cornwall is as strong as ever, and that's reflected in house prices. 12 months ago, the average cost of a detached property here was just over £380,000. Today, it's more than £446,000. That's a £66,000
That
increase.
was in 21.
Cornwall's honeypot locations like St Ives and Padstow on the north coast and
St.
Foy
Ives.
and Marazion on the south coast are
Lovely
consistently
St.
ranked
Ives.
as the most expensive places in the county in which to buy a home. So, you might consider searching in the countryside around the towns of Camborne, Redruth and Liscard, some of Cornwall's more affordable
Red
towns.
Roof.
But whatever your
Yeah, that's
budget, there should be
further
something to
down.
suit.
There's some building plots in that area. Red Roof.
Yeah.
This
I
unique
think
former
that
toll house has a
it's
cosy living
because
room
of where
with
it
a wood
is,
burning
actually,
stove,
that's why it's
2
cheaper.
bedrooms and stunning views across to St Michael's Mount. It's on the market with a guide price of £325,000.
Unusual.
If you've got £800,000 to spend,
Ooh.
maybe
Cheaper.
this 3-bedroom detached Grade 2 listed thatched cottage is more up your street.
Two.
For a weekend getaway, this luxury eco-cabin has a quirky interior with a sitting room, 1 bedroom and an ensuite shower. Prices start from £150 per night for 2 people with a minimum 3-night stay. Now, you could mistake these islands for the Caribbean, but actually it's the Isles of Scilly, just 28 miles off the Cornish coast.
On the
The
Isles of Scilly.
archipelago's largest island, St Mary's, is home to around 1,800 people, including Arthur and Hilary Miller, who moved here 4 years ago to set up a distillery and gin school.
So after 30 odd years of us having to commute around the city of London, we wanted to come to the Isles of Scilly seeking peace and tranquility.
So one of the real benefits of some of our commutes to work is that we can take the opportunity to go foraging and pick some of the local wild plants